Hello, welcome to the channel. Another Saturday, another game day, another time to talk about Preston North End Football Club. Okay, after that fantastic comeback at Hillsborough, Preston returned to home, returned to Deepdale to have a match against Nottingham Forest, of course, in the playoff hunt. Pretty almost certain of a playoff position. Nottingham Forest, Preston North End, of course, just behind Cardiff and Swansea after that great win at Hillsborough. Alex Neil, a couple of changes again. Rudd started in goal at the back. Big Raff again. Bauer, Davis, we'll talk about him in a little bit. Hughesy continuing in midfield. Piasson, we'll talk about him in a little bit. 50 grand, Daniel Johnson. Potsy started, came in. Maguire came in again. Scott Sinclair started, obviously came off the bench midweek. And Stockley, who came on and scored, started from the off. Davis, unfortunately, in the first half, went off injured. I haven't seen since, this is what, we're about 6 or 7 hours after the game when I've recorded this, and I haven't heard what's happened with Davis, if it's a bad injury or if he'll be alright for the game midweek live on Sky against Brentford, which after this result, and even before this game I thought it was going to be a big one, but with this result, it's absolutely enormous, and Brentford are in flying form there. Blitzing everyone since coming back from lockdown. They look the real deal. They look like they're probably going to secure at least a playoff position, but the top two, I mean, see how Leeds get on tomorrow, but for me, my money's on Brentford being in that top two. They look that good at the moment, and they're blitzing everyone they're playing against. So going back to Preston North End, hopefully Davis will be back. I haven't heard. He went off just before half time, and Jordan Story came on, who I thought was unlucky not to start. I thought I'm a big fan of Jordan Story. I thought he played really well at Hillsborough, was a standout performer, so I was disappointed he didn't start today. I know he's young, and Neil likes to blend in the young players by only playing them in certain matches, so maybe that's why he didn't start today, but he came on. I thought second half, Story was fantastic. It's a big compliment when Ben Davis, our best defender, goes off and the team doesn't suffer without him. That's how good Story was today. Piasson went off at half time, was struggling just before half time, and he went off at half time to be replaced by Ledson. Another one who I thought really harsh that he didn't start the game today, because I thought he was fantastic at Hillsborough as well. And he had a good second half. I think he's going to be a good player, Ledson. Another one, him and Story, I rate them both. I think Story is, like I've said, a really good talent, and Ledson's a strong midfielder. He had all that experience of Oxford, and I think he's been harsh not to play more games for North End, to be honest with you, but really solid again when he came off. At 50 grand, played 83 minutes. Wasn't at his quite best today. I thought Daniel Johnson, massive when he's in the team. You know, that the ball he put through when he came off the bench at Hillsborough for Stockley's goal was sensational. You know, the no-look passing. Not many players can do that, especially at this level. But I thought he was just a little bit off the boil today, but obviously he's had that injury. We don't know how fit he is, really. But he was key to bring him back in. And as much as he didn't have his best game, he is better to have him in that midfield. His through balls and his positional sense is fantastic for this league. And Gallagher came on for the last 7 and didn't really have time to affect the game, I think. And obviously we don't know what's going to happen. There's only 3 games left of the season. We don't know if Gallagher's going to be around next season. My money would probably be on him leaving, like a bit like Tommy Clark. And Ledson's coming through, and we've got Baelish. You know, somehow he's still at the club. I don't think he was even on the bench today, unfortunately, Baelish. But you feel that maybe Gallagher's time at Preston North End is coming to a close, and got the last 7 minutes here, and like I said, wasn't enough time for him to do anything anyway. Barkhazen came on for Sinclair. I thought, again, Sinclair playing out wide. I'm just not a fan. He doesn't get involved enough. Doesn't look involved enough in the attack and play for me. I like him when he was through the middle. A couple of, was it 2 games ago now? He came on. Looked like he kind of played there against Sheffield Wednesday when he came off the bench there as well. So yeah, just didn't do anything in the 62, 63 minutes he had on the pitch. And Barkhazen came on for him and had a good chance near the end, didn't he, Barkhazen, to get them 3 points. And as much as his finishing isn't great at times, Barkhazen, he's just so, his power and his pace at this league is threatens. And I thought Worrell and Davis at the back for Forest really struggled with him when he came on. And So I think he did change the game a little bit and give us a bit more impactful impact going forward, which we didn't get with Sinclair. Stockley, I thought, had a great game. Personally, probably my man of the match. Stockley, surprised. We were pushing for a goal in the last 10 minutes and Neil took him off. It's one of them decisions Neil makes in a game where you think, oh, really? And that was it today. It was Stockley. I'm not his biggest fan. Came off and changed the game at Hillsborough. Got a good goal today. Great play by Potts. I thought to get the ball back round into the box, and Stockley came in and 2 goals and 2 is probably the best. Don't quote me on this, but probably the best impact he's had at Preston in terms of consecutive games with goals. He went off. Like I said, I definitely wouldn't have took him off personally, but I'm not the manager. Neil is, and Neil knows a lot more than me, of course. Harrop came on for the last 8 again, like the Gallagher situation. Didn't get enough time to affect the game, really. So, unused substitutes with Fisher, who hasn't, interesting, he's out the team. Rafferty, I think Rafferty's played fantastic. I like Fisher, but I think Rafferty's been amazing the last couple of games. Really changed the style of play. He wins. Some of the tackles he wins are Pearson-esque at times. Absolutely marvellous. Who else didn't come off? Ripley again, substitute goalkeeper. Nugent didn't get off the bench again. Not really surprising. We're playing 2 up front. We're looking for a bit more pace, I think, and Nugent kind of slows it down when he plays. Not surprising. And Billy Borden was the other one. So at least Borden can't get on the pitch, but at least he's getting on the bench. Obviously, Tom Baelish again, not even on the bench today. We spent so much money on him. Does he need a loan deal maybe? Or is he one just when Gallagher leaves and might just promote him up and he may get more of a chance when Gallagher leaves in the summer? I'm not sure. I thought we started the game not too bad. We give away a silly penalty for me. I don't know what... Bauer started it. I don't know what he was thinking, and then Pearson comes in and pushes. It makes impact for the player. The player's always going to go down in the box. It is a penalty in modern day football, unfortunately. Good finish by Lewis Graben, who, Graben's a funny one, isn't he? Graben, he's a real handful, but him and Amy Obi, a little push and a down as if they've been poleaxed, shall we say? But we got ourselves back in it. Lovely play by Preston North End. Potty getting the ball back in and Stockley putting it in. I think Neil said after the game, we're still in the hunt. 3 big games left. We've got Brentford live on Sky, 5 o'clock on Wednesday. Next Saturday, we're at home against Birmingham, 3 o'clock kickoff. And then in the last game of the season, Wednesday the 22nd against Bristol City. We really need to get something against Brentford, don't we? Will we get something at Brentford? Live on Sky. The second last game at Griffin Park. Brentford are in so much form. They look fantastic. It's a hard ask to get anything there. Then you're down to Birmingham at home. Home form's poor at the moment, isn't it? Our home form not being great. Got to get 3 points there. And then Bristol City. Another one. Bristol City looked great one game and diabolical the next game. A bit like us, I would say. So it could go either way. Well, we're hoping on a positive result. Hopefully Leeds can beat Swansea tomorrow, and then we're still in it. 2 points behind Cardiff at the moment. If Swansea can get beat against Leeds, we're still going to be 2 points. If not, I think it goes to 3 or 4, which is difficult when there's only 3 games left. But we've got to worry about ourselves. I thought today we played well enough to probably get 3 points. Let's be honest. We probably played well enough to get them 3 points, but we didn't. Give away a silly penalty. Couldn't, again, couple of chances, couldn't take them. Forest were happy with the point, of course they are. They're comfortably in the playoffs. You'd expect them now to get the finish 4th or 5th and get a playoff position. So we need to go to Brentford, and in the words of Kevin Keegan, we need to go there and get something. And I'd love it if we could go there and get 3 points. A point against this Brentford team would be acceptable, I think. But of course, if we only get a point, we have to get 6 points from Birmingham and Bristol, which is a hard ask with our home form and Bristol City's good home form and our not so good when we played Birmingham a couple of days before that. So it's all down for a grandstand finish. I will speak to you on Wednesday. Keep the faith. Up the North End.